so much for joining me again on another vlog. Today we've got heaps of chores to do. Are you ready? Yeah. Task, you're it. Hello, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm not even gonna get a greeting today. Just hurry up and take me for my stroll, human. Hey? Oh, okay. Are we ready? Yeah. Dundee, this way. Dundee, this way. We're having a wild explore here on the long lines this morning. So the dings with their long lines on, it means that they can have a bit more of an adventure time. It means that their walk is a little bit more for them. A bit more time to spend sniffing, having a bit of an adventure, discovering a little bit more, and I just let them have that little bit of time. However, they do need to respect the lead still. They can't pull, they can't lunge. In saying that, we had some wild news this week come out in regards to the dingo here in Australia, protecting these guys, this species. Come on, here you go. Good boy. Oh, the post is good smelling. Come on, mate. You're too slow. Oh, so I got some really cool news to tell you guys. Groundbreaking stuff for the dingo, honestly. It's gonna hopefully pick up the momentum in other states to help protect dingoes and make sure people see just how valuable they are for our land and our ecosystem and our biodiversity here in Australia. All right, so now if you guys are wondering, we're in New South Wales. This law is all to do with Victoria. So let me read you out some info. I'm actually getting this info from Defend the Wild. Legends. If you ever want clear information, especially when it comes to politics and government policies and all that sort of stuff gets a little bit confusing, you know, go to this group. The Victorian Labor government recently moved protect to a geographically isolated population of dingoes in Victoria's northwest. It's a massive step forward, aligning with expectations of traditional owners, wildlife advocates, and the general public. Sorry, the mozzies are getting me like something shocking here. So landholders in the area will now be supported to adopt non-lethal predator-safe mitigation strategies, which is huge because the government's only been supporting lethal methods of controlling predators, which is silly. If you don't know this, apex predators are massive for our ecosystem and environment. Where apex predators aren't present, you see just a mess, everything down below. Okay, and we're a part of that environment, guys. You can't think otherwise. So this decision follows new research and effectiveness on non-lethal dingo control methods in safeguarding livestock. We're talking about, you know, donkeys, dog guardian livestock breeds like Moromas. There's a few other different breeds around. The Indigenous mob in the area was making massive movements in obviously getting this law moved. So it's so good, and hopefully the rest of the country can just start to follow suit. So jump on the dingo bandwagon, guys. If you're not sure if you're a farmer yourself and you're like, what is this Fruit Loop Karen on about? Don't worry, there's a lot of evidence backing this up, guys. So if you're not sure, one of the best resources you can go to if you're an ag person yourself is go check out Landholders for Dingoes. You'll see all proof right there. All these landholders that are letting dingoes stabilize on their property and how effective it is on their ecosystem there. Hello, what are you doing? Are you liking it still? Oops, sorry, loud noises. Are you liking it still? Are you? No, yes. You would like microphone? Oh, are you making cute noises? Are you? Are you okay? What are you saying? Are you sure? Is there something you'd like to say? Oh, Jerry. What are you doing? This palm frond pickup in this area actually just inspired me to tell you a quick story. You see, when Sorry, where are you looking? You see, Bridgie and I have grown up here, and actually this property is very property outside of Ballina ever since we were about 2. So we're very fortunate to have this beautiful part of the land and work on it. But, you know, when I was younger, I remember walking across here and finding a big hole. And in that hole was some sort of animal. And I thought it was a reptile or something. And I was quite young. I don't quite remember how old I was. And I was very, very scared. You see, a lot of people think that Bridgie and I, maybe our parents own a zoo. Dad was a plasterer every now and then, and Mum was a hairdresser, so that was definitely not the case. And also, people assume that we grew up handling wildlife constantly. When we were youngsters, we were terrified, especially of snakes and reptiles, but yeah, in particular, venomous snakes. It was the only time where we were allowed to scream on the property. And just over here, there was that animal in that hole. And I quickly took one look at it, saw its face and ran off, and assumed that it was a snake. But funnily enough, it was a cane toad. Silly me. So quickly, if you guys wanted to know 3 quick ways to tell between a snake and a lizard, are you ready? Ears. So lizards, they can hear airborne noise. Okay, they have ear holes. Right, but snakes, they can hear vibration with their inner ear, so ground vibration. The next one, shape of the tongue. Now, most lizards have the same shaped tongue as us. It's a big fleshy tongue. But our monitors, they do have the same shape as our snakes. It's a big forked tongue. The monitors, they were just pretty sneaky. They got that one as well. And then lastly is actually, can you see? Are you guessing? Come on, some of you guys should know, right? Eyelids. So lizards, they have eyelids, they can blink, but our snakes, they have eye caps and they shed them when they shed their skin. There you go. I'll show you guys this garden as I'm walking down the driveway here doing a bit of a palm frond pickup. It's actually some beautiful habitat in here with this massive jacaranda tree. This is a purple tree. If you don't know what a purple tree is, I know that it has purple flowers on it right now, but this is a jacaranda. If you've ever been to Grafton, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Down here we've got this beautiful habitat and a lot of water dragons are hanging around here. As much as it may look like a big mess maybe to you, there's some beautiful habitat here. A lot of places for animals to hide. I've seen a lot of green tree snakes, yellow-faced whip snakes in here, all sorts of things. Actually, there's a big possum up here recently. Beautiful, so cool. I wonder if we can find anything right now. Dad planted these trees to keep the bank here, but also to encourage the birds. Got a few lily-pillies. Oh, what was that? Oh no, it's just a skink. He's a good little fella, bud. Where is he? Oh, there's plenty of them. Just a little garden skink. Heaps of them down here. Full of life down here. Full of life. You just don't see it. We're just not used to looking at it from our eyes. You know, it really makes me happy when more and more people, they've been lucky enough and worked their bum off to purchase a bit of property, bit of land themselves, and instead of actually just destroying it, some people are regenning it, and that just gives me so much more faith in folks, because what you put on land will really, really change the biodiversity and the animals that come onto your land as well. Alright, I'm getting distracted. Oh, g'day mate. I thought, seeing as we were doing a couple reels, I'd get out the vlogging camera and show them.
We need a third camera person.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to start finally doing something there. Yeah. Little Misty. That's what we decided to call Little Misty.
Thanks for commenting if you did though. Isn't she gorgeous though?
She is very pretty.
And what's super cool about Misty, she's got like this pink salmon tinge to the bottom half of her belly. It's awesome. Lovely pattern. Great little snake.
So how big will she get?
I just read it. It was like 1.5 to 2.1 meters. Mm-hmm. They don't get as big as like our local snakes, which is the coastal carpet pythons.
And where's that distribution?
Top third, no, it's in northern Queensland. In northern Queensland. That's their distribution, but in the affluent tablelands and around waterways. So they've only got a really strict distribution compared to other snake species and carpet pythons.
And so how many more subspecies do we have to get to complete the 6?
3. No. Yeah. No. 2.
Well, we don't have a coastal.
Yeah. We don't have the McLeods or whatever it is. McLeods? So we got the jungle,
Central,
Diamond,
Diamond
and Darwin's.
And Darwin's.
So we need 2 more.
So 2 more.
I mean, I could skip the coastal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had plenty of them.
Yeah. I mean, I did like Tiny. You remember Tiny? Oh, he was a good snake.
Oh, Tiny. I thought you meant Tim Tam. I was
No.
going to say, no. No.
But he was a cross anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But no.
There you go. She's gorgeous, isn't she? With that little head.
Alright, you pack of ferals, we've teleported back home via the V8 Land Cruiser. The only way to travel here in Australia, really. And saying that, here in Australia in the North Coast at the moment, if you want to have a conversation with any old person, just be like, oh mate, how's the lawn grub at the moment? Yeah, it's bad, isn't it? About to get mugged. Hello everybody! Oh my goodness! Hello! Oh my goodness! Go out into the big yard. Hey! Oh yes, you're nibbling me, girl. You're nibbling me. Let's go, 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 go. Wee. What have you been doing this morning? Hey, Eddie? Eddie, meet YouTube. I'm sure they do like you. And there is a high percentage black dingo. She's absolutely gorgeous. And she's very naughty. This is Hero. If you guys haven't met Hero before, you have. Don't be silly. He's my coolie. He's a good boy. He's a good dog, this dog, isn't he? He's a very good dog. In saying that, I feel like there's probably a fair few of you go, oh yeah, obviously you work with animals, but what do you and Bridge actually do for a living? What's one of your main things that you do for work? Excuse me, sir. I have a problem with your burping. Yep, you need to slow down on the burping. You see, I probably think a fair lot of you are probably thinking that we just play with animals all day, when that's not really the case. So what we are, Bridgie and I, we run a mobile wildlife business, a mobile wildlife exhibiting business. So we're going to go bush here, so we might go a bit dark. And our passion is obviously doing shows, wildlife education to the next generation, because that's the key to conservation. So we go out, we do these shows where we may present a certain bunch of animals, but we don't do it the normal way, what most people do at facilities. Usually what they do at facilities, right, is this. Well, actually, I'll show you. So what they do is they get out an animal in front of you. It could be any animal, it could be a stick. And this stick is so cool, right? And they tell you 3 things about the stick. It could be any animal, remember, it could be any animal. They tell you what it eats, where it lives, and how big it gets. Now that is great information, but do you think we talk about that sort of stuff? Nah, absolutely not. We like to talk about wildlife and how they kind of have these superpowers. These abilities that help them survive in the wild. Because even if we had these abilities, we'd be pretty super ourselves. Like, would you guys like to fly like a bird? Yes. Would you like to swim like a dolphin? Hold your breath as long as a sea turtle? Mate, that would be so cool. I mean, it'd be super. So that's how we talk about our wildlife, and maybe it just teaches kids to look at them a different way, and you know what? Maybe they'll fall in love with them. Why do we do that? Well, people protect what they love, folks. And this wildlife, all this sort of stuff around us, well, it needs protecting. Now, where am I going? Where am I walking? What am I doing? I'm going to show you my secret. I'm going to show you something I've been working on for quite some time, and it's still not even nearly complete. This area right here, way up even over into the shed over here, is actually, coming down here, going to be my new dingo enclosure. Yep, that's right. It's going to be a massive area, and look at this gully here, folks. Look at this. Come check it out. It is so cool. Look, these guys, the fence line's going to finish a bit back over here, but they have this epic little waterway just here. Oh, it's so cool. Now, this is a really special spot for me, and this land is so cool. It's amazing the animals that are here and the environment. But one of the reasons why this place is so special is because of this up here. What do you mean? What's so special? What, these logs? These logs here? This is what's special? No. See this rock right here and this this long grass? This is actually where my first dog is buried. His name was Zorro. He's a Tenterfield Terrier Cross Poodle. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. And he passed away last year. He was 16 and he was my bestest friend. Look, he was awesome, and I'm gonna call this Zorro Gully. And he's just what started off with me for loving animals, and
canines and everything. And he rests here. So he's gonna look at my dingo enclosure and take care of those other canines that I love. One day, hopefully soon, because we've got a bit of a deadline, we will be in this dingo enclosure right here. The dingoes will look over Zorro Gully and it will be absolutely epic. I'm gonna do a whole YouTube video just on this, but in saying that, it's about time. It's about time we end the vlog today. I've got so many more chores to still do. I'm so grateful for you guys coming along and watching and supporting the Wildlife Twins. Whether you're on Insta, TikTok or Facebook, we're actually nearly up to 30,000 followers on Instagram, which is so cool. All we want to do is spread a bit of fun, passionate wildlife love to everybody. You know what? Yeah, we just want to have fun. Give it a crack. Thanks guys. Once again, thank you so much. I'm going to say it. Thank you for tuning in to another vlog today. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And if you got a four-legged friend at home, make sure you give them a good hug and a good kiss. They are incredible creatures. We'll see you next time, folks. Uru.